going on, Jerome's Minnesota Fighting Vikings practice number 5. Whatever happened to Lou Bega? Hope he's doing well and mobbing. But the Vikings back at it. Practice is on. Talk about practice. First practice in pads, and so a couple things. Like first couple practices in shells, advantage receivers, right? DBs can't press as much as they would like, as well as, it's really hard to quantify what's going on in the trenches. It's hard for guys like off-ball linebackers to make an impact on the edge as well. But when the pads are on in the trenches, it's where it's at, as well as DBs have a little bit better chance being able to press the receivers. Although with Jefferson and Addison, it's kind of tough, man. But Justin Jefferson, so this is what I love about him. Not only is he a great player, generational talent, future first ballot Hall of Famer, but he is a Hall of Famer off the field. And I feel like even though he got paid, he got all the monies, he's humble, still puts the fans first, comes from a great upbringing, great family, and something I love, man. Also, this is going to be a great photo. So once this kid becomes the next future superstar quarterback, like his generation's Patrick Mahomes, they're going to look back at this picture and just be like, it's amazing, man. Also, that is a great aesthetic. So the new white hat is fantastic. Of course, the Winter Warrior jersey is great. He's wearing the chain. That's right. I'm pretty sure that's not Jefferson's chain, Jet's chain, because I don't know. Like, would you trust a kid with 90 grand around his neck? I don't know. Who knows, man. Also, jumping Josh Metellus, hanging out with the fans too. New defensive line coach Marcus Dixon ain't got no time. We got business to take care of. We got practice. Talk about practice, man. But Vikings fans, some of the best in the league, if not the best. And you'll see it like on NFL Network. They'll show clips of fans at other camps. A lot of empty seats. A lot of tight camera shots so you don't show the crowd. But Vikings fans, bomb. We after it, man. That's right. Best fan base in the league. Of course, I'm biased. Don't give a hoot. That's all, man. Something I also don't give a hoot of don't give a hoot about is criticism of J.J. McCarthy. Now, I understand. Don't put the cart before the horse. Don't overreact. Don't get overhyped about non-padded practice, non-contact stuff. Him practicing with the twos, although he did get some run with the ones, as well as he had some reps against the first-team defense today. But sample size-wise, how can you not be fired up about what J.J. McCarthy's bringing, man? And McCarthy had his standard awesome throw from the day. Alec Lewis, the athletic. A pretty nice ball from J.J. McCarthy, fitting it into a window on a Nick Muse crosser. Got a high five from Kevin O'Connell afterwards. High five. At least people are giving McCarthy high fives, like people are finally saying hi to Brian O'Neill in the hallway. Also, Alec Lewis has a great piece on the Athletic. He went to McCarthy's hometown, basically a little bit of profile about his background, parents and whatnot, what makes him tick. It's really good. Go check it out. Also, Will Raggett's Sports Illustrated. It was great too. So Cameron Bynum picks off Sling and Sam Darnold on opening play of a 1-minute drill situation period. First play. Now, could say a lot more about Beasley, who's fan-friggin-tastic. Pay Beasley, by the way. Next time out, Darnold hits Jalen Naylor on a deep ball thrown off platform, highs and lows. So first off, Naylor working with the first team 11 personnel. He and Brandon Powell have been rotating there, as well as, so he is another 1-minute drill, keeping the drive alive, a 40-yard bomb. So that's something about Darnold's like, throughout his career, like even back at USC where there's a lot more highs and lows, there's been a lot of unevenness, right? And you just sort of accept that. And he's not going to be a picture perfect maximum efficiency type quarterback, but also I don't know if you want that. Like a full on paint by numbers, just dump everything off underneath, the full on Jimmy Garoppolo at his height game manager. I mean, Darnold ain't that. And I don't think you want that either, because as Darnold has shown, like he'll make mistakes, yes, but some of those deep balls, they're pretty. They're pretty, man. Absolutely. Also, speaking of pretty, so Matthew Collar. Now it's 11-on-11 time. Bobby McCain, welcome to the team, starts on second team next to Theo Jackson facing the first team. Flores has said that new Viking Bobby McCain, who has experience with in Miami, is going to start at safety and then eventually branch out, play a little bit of slot and outside corner. But McCain, So he played safety for Flores for 2 seasons in Miami. He was a slot corner the last couple of years in Washington. Last year with the Giants was whatever. He's not really an outside corner. Doesn't have the size. Only about 12% of his NFL snaps have been on the outside, so not buying that. But what it could be is adding McCain as depth to the safety room could allow a guy like Jay Ward to move out to corner. Jay Ward played corner in college at LSU, which is next. Looks like Jay Ward is at corner. Not really shocking considering he played there in college along with safety. So Ward working with the second-team corners on the outside. Also, I mean, Cameron Beasley-Bynum played corner in college, but Beasley might be so entrenched at free safety for the Vikings that it wouldn't make sense to move him. So we'll see. A lot of moving parts in that secondary. And speaking of that secondary, so this is interesting. So Kevin Seifert, who's not Carl Gershmidt, who's not. Lewis Cine has not participated in the past 2 practices. So today, first padded practice, as well as Saturday, fans return practice, practice 4 and 5, has been on the field and watching. Now, it's important to note, like, there's no injury reports that have to be followed during training camp preseason, but also head coach Kevin O'Connell, as well as Brian Flores, who addressed the media today, neither of them mentioned anything was seen injury-wise, and you would think that a guy who's just 2 years removed from a compound fracture and has had injury issues throughout his career, something would have been mentioned if he's dinged up. But also, could it be a spot where they're shelving him, keeping him healthy as Kwesi works out a trade? It could explain the Bobby McCain signing, since McCain does have a lot of safety experience, but also in the same vein, a minor Lewis Cine injury could also explain the Bobby McCain signing. But it's something to monitor, because I do think that even though the Vikings would have to eat some dead cap, I don't think that Lewis Cine is going to be making the 53. I just really don't. I think that there's too many. There's just too much talent, whether it's Theo Jackson and now adding Bobby McCain, obviously Jay Ward, for him to make a claim for a spot. Someone making a claim for a 53-man Rooster spot is UDFA Gabriel Murphy. You're looking to be this year's Ivan Pace Jr. Per persuasion, per Phil Mackey, the crowd went wild on second-to-last play of practice, 2-minute drill, when Sling and Sam Darnold connected on a 40-plus yard bomb to keep the drive alive. Talk about that nailer throw. However, a UDFA outside linebacker, Gabriel Murphy, absolutely exploded through the line and would have recorded the sack if it was a real game. And I got pretty high hopes for Gabriel Murphy. I think that he could be a little something where when undrafted, because undersized, as well as, there's some questions. Was his production him, or was it being opposite of Latu, where Latu's getting all the attention, first-round pick this season, or last year at UCLA, was he getting double and triple team, then Murphy was just cleaning up the scraps. So either way, highly productive at Westwood, formerly North Texas. Also, he's a twin brother, Grayson, I believe his name is. I think he's with the Dolphins. Why didn't we get both? That'd been great, man. But last year, Murphy, 8 sacks, 61 pressures, 17.2% pressure rate. I mean, the numbers are pretty damn good and comparable to what Dallas Turner did for Alabama last year. And I do think that, Turner is obviously going to be a superstar, but Gabriel Murphy may be the guy who's at minimum a solid rotational pass rusher situationally. Just getting after things. I kind of love it, man. But that's it. Vikings practice number 5 is in the books. I love it. Starting to feel like football again, man. That's right, baby. Let us know your thoughts, our thoughts, comment section below. You guys know what to do. Skol, production value.